Cathedral of St. Fiacre. Upon arriving at the cathedral, the first thing one should notice is the stained glass cross jutting out, representing Jesus as the center of Christian life. The doors of the church take advantage of complex Roman architecture. Now let us enter into the cathedral. Upon entering the cathedral, the first thing that catches one's eye is the crucifix behind the altar. An ambry containing 3 holy oils rests at the front of the church with a cross-shaped baptismal font at its back. On the left side of it, a place of prayer resides, consisting of a kneeler and multiple candles. On the right side, a choir sings psalms with the pipe organ behind them. Peacock pillars, identical to those of the Basilica Cistern in Turkey, support the church on both sides. Representing the all-seeing eye of God, the peacock pillars surround 2 different apparatuses. On the left side, between 2 of the pillars, a prayer book sits, allowing for all people who need help to seek comfort in God. On the right side, between the other 2 pillars, a statue of Mary reminds Catholics of her important role in the salvation of the world through Jesus Christ. Lamps representing God's presence hover over the pews. Pews face forward, anxious for Mass to begin. Lady sitting in these represents the vines of Jesus. The vine stems from Jesus, who is the vine, as cited by John 15. On both sides of the church, encircled by vines, are the Stations of the Cross. The stage centered across the room is the altar, where the priest consecrates the Eucharist in the person of Christ. Candles, the more evolved symbol of the lamp, show God's presence. Chairs provide a spot for the priest and deacon to rest, and a pulpit, a reading stand, provides the priest a spot to pronounce the good news of Christ. A tabernacle, located behind the pulpit, provides a place for God's atomic presence to reside. Engraved into the tabernacle is the labarum, a symbol made of the first 2 letters of Christ's name in Greek. In the very back of the church, a chapel has been constructed in order to provide for Masses on weekdays. 2 banners on either side of the chapel place Jesus as the key of life. They contain the ankh, which was developed from the Egyptian symbol. Pews in the chapel serve as a place for lay people to participate in the Mass, and an altar serves as a place for people to receive the Holy Communion. Engraved into it is the Alpha and the Omega, which serve the purpose of revealing Jesus is the last and first of everything. Now let us venture to the back of the cathedral. Behind the chapel, a cross again serves as the focal point of all things. Around it, a prayer garden rests, providing a person with the place to meditate and reflect on their life. It also serves as a place to honor the patron of the church, St. Fiacre, who is the patron of gardeners. In the prayer garden, a labyrinth exists. Labyrinths are commonly used as a place of meditation by walking through it. When walking through it, one journeys through memories of their life, just as Jesus did when he walked to Calvary. In addition to these features, a Catholic grade school educates children in the way of Christ, allowing them to develop a deep relationship with God. It teaches them life skills that they will use later and provides them with opportunities to increase their knowledge while deepening their relationship with God. Overall, this church will allow a person to deepen their relationship with God through the Eucharist, the Word of God, and the graces received from other sacraments. Because this cathedral shares all of the similar characteristics all churches share, it successfully supports the most important part of the Mass, the Eucharist. The Eucharist serves as a way for us to become closer to God. It is the source and summit of Christian life, as we are actually receiving the true presence of Christ